So I got a bit bored with 1v1 Commander, and I decided to just put my entire Commander deck into a Modern deck, and this is it. And this is guaranteed to go terribly, but I want to see what happens. Well, I assume my last opponent had somewhere to be, so we're going to try another game against Sundor here. I would love to play first. And I don't think I'm going to keep this hand. And I don't know if I'm going to keep this hand either. That's too bad. Sure, this is about the best 5 card hand I could ask for, I suppose. Condescend, don't know if I'll have time for Condescend. Bottom that. Yeah, definitely want to hold up Shadow here, since land destruction, right? Nah, man. No searching. Next turn going Talisman into Duress feels good. We're playing against what looks like Esper control. Interesting. I don't care at all about paths, so I'm going to take this Cryptic. I feel good about it. Interesting that they won't crack the Delta immediately. Oh, yeah, there. They remembered that I do run those cards. Wait, what? End step? Think twice. Okay. Interesting. So very definitely a control deck. And could play Brawl here. It probably just gets Path, so I think I'm just going to land Ashiok and start trying to win the game with Ashiok. As one does. Hitting more paths and more lands. Colonnade's kind of concerning, but not much I can do about that at the moment. At least we got rid of one of them. And a Rev. Oh, this is a very old school control deck. Let's play this Brawl and see what happens. Yep, as one would expect. Let's get another blue. What is going on? On their own end step. Is this just think twice? Nope, nothing? Okay. Bribery. That's fun. I have no clue what that's gonna do. It might just be Snapcaster. They might actually be creatureless, given the Creeping Tar Pits and the Celestial Colonnades. Well, I don't really have anything better to do this turn, so I think I'm just going to slam that and see what happens. At least we had to look at their deck regardless of anything else. And it is just Snapcasters. Okay, well, we have a Snapcaster now. That's fine. Okay, so we have Blessed Alliance, Colonnades, Esper Charm, Cryptic, more lands, Think Twice, Outer End, Verdict, Secure the Wastes. That's interesting. Logic, Knots, Negates. Okay, so pretty elementary control deck going on here. I'll take one of these. And I'll target Bribery for fun. And Secure. Okay, so it wasn't just a 1 of, it was a 2 of. That's fine. And they're going to path the Snapcaster. So we now know no cards in their hand. And Flashback Think Twice. Sure, sure. I think I repeal one of these. Just to draw a card. Yeah, Mana Leak is a pretty good card, which incentivizes me to not Damnation here, which I would have otherwise done. And we hit a Snapcaster, which is fantastic. And there's the Colonnade, which I can certainly go for the throat if they choose to attack with it. Far and away, also very nice. Okay, so we can Damnation here, hold up, either go for the third or Mana Leak. That seems perfectly reasonable. Given the contents of their deck, I don't think we'll really have a better time to Damnation. So let's go ahead and do that. If it does get countered, I don't really care that much. And sure, negate is fine. Okay, they do activate Celestial Colonnade. So unless they have a counterspell for this, that'll be very good. And even if they do have a counterspell, they'll have to tap the Colonnade. And they don't have a counterspell. That'll think twice. Sure, sure. Okay, so at this point I can Ashiok for the Snapcaster, and repeal one of the tokens, and that opens up the door for far away. That seems pretty good. It's -2. Yeah, none of these other cards really matter to me at all. They don't even attack. Feels good. We got our own Snapcaster. Excellent. I'm just going to keep playing this Ashiok game because I have really no incentive not to. Path the Snapcaster. Sure. You got it. Yeah, no real things to do here. Inquisition seems good. Blessed Alliance and triple Supreme Verdict. Jeez. Okay, so I'm never keeping a creature on board, which is fine because I'm planning to win with Ashiok. At the moment, we have Leak, Snapcaster, Leak available. Main phase Esper Charm to draw to. I'm okay with that. And Ulug's Nullifier. Oh, insult to injury. That's fantastic. Yeah, this card, it shouldn't really be in the deck. It's really only good with Ashiok, but you know what? I just think it's funny. They're down to 10 cards in deck? Oh, that seems pretty good. What are we doing here? Cryptic, bounce Ashiok, draw a card? I don't know about all that. That doesn't sound fun. Let's nullify this. That's just hilarious to me. Yep. Okay. On to game 2. We seem pretty well prepared for the control mirror in game 1. Let's bring in a couple negates. And a spell shrivel. None of these other cards seem fantastic. Rakdos Charm might be nice to get rid of their graveyard. Doesn't really do much else. Yeah, Ultimate Price does not deal with the man lands. Reality Shift does, so I think we're taking in those. Go for something like Bolt. Let's see what else is good / bad here. I don't think Censor's great. They're not trying to play a fast plan. Demir Charm's not fantastic. They're playing mostly at instant speed. Or Supreme Verdicts, which are uncounterable. Blessed Charm's fine. Ashiok's obviously fantastic. Consuming Vapors is really not great. Domination also not great. And I think that might just be the deck. Bribery as a 5-mana Snapcaster isn't fantastic, but it's still probably better than the rest of what we have, and this is a win condition on its own. So this seems like a fine configuration. Let's submit like that. Alright, 3 lands, Duress, Inquisition, Condescend, Supreme Verdict. That seems pretty good. I like this opening. Definitely keep. And nice that we don't see a Spell Pierce from our opponent here. Snapcaster, triple Esper Charm. Definitely take Snapcaster. How much do I care about Esper Charm? I think we hold up Condescend. Oh, don't draw a counterspell. That's just mean. Who does that? Oh, they're protecting against Shadow of Doubt. That's actually kind of hilarious that they have to play around that. Only have one in the deck, but you gotta fear it. Sinkhole is a pretty good card. Okay, so they didn't fetch triple blue, so there's still no fear of Cryptic Command. Which incidentally means that now is a great time to try to take that Cryptic Command with Duress. Esper Charm to have me discard 2 cards. I mean, I don't really want that to happen. Seems kind of lame. You can condescend that, and I don't really think they have anything. Yeah, that's fine. It's condescend for 2. I don't think I really need either of these. And resolve the duress. Having drawn path, definitely still taking Cryptic. Leyline of Sanctity. Jeez. That's unfortunate. So that will turn off Ashiok. And it will turn off Bribery. So I think I might have to wait for a chance to Cryptic to bounce that and then negate it on the way back down. That feels bad. But that does actually deal with a good number of our win conditions. Looks like we're playing the draw-go game for a while. Esper Charm to draw 2, that's fine. Okay, so still sitting on Cryptic. And still sitting on a Bribery that we can't cast. I'm trying to think of how much I actually care about Leyline. I don't think I realistically do that much. Well, I guess there's no getting rid of Leyline now, so I'm just going to accept that it's here and move on. I could have negated it, but there's no real point. I'd rather negate an actual threat that stops one of my win conditions and none of the others, really. Main phase think twice? Sure, trying to hit lands. And here's Downfall. So I'm just sitting on a handful of answers, and they're not giving me anything to work with in that regard. Tarpet, sure. And phase flashback think twice. Yeah, they have a lot more card draw than I do, which could be to their detriment, considering how long these games seem to be going. Interesting that they wouldn't attack with Tarpet here, neither of us are really doing anything. I suppose I should comment on this. The main deck is Highlander. I did add multiples in the side, just because I didn't have enough cards to fill it out in one-ofs. Looks like a Secure the Waste. Oh, Sphinx's Rev, 4 or 3. Well, I don't really need to counter this, but I might as well. Let's just go ahead and negate. Otherwise, I might draw a reactionary spell next turn and then not be able to play it and then have to discard. Like so. They have 1 card exiled. Although putting that back is not super exciting for me. Snapcaster. Okay, that'll exile another one. Snapcaster gets potentially Esper Charm here. I guess that's probably the best they could do. And it does. Let's see if they decide to draw 2 or make us discard 2 or whatever. Draw 2 cards. I'm okay with that. It does turn on Nullifier. I'm just going to Murderous Cut this. I think, yeah, it's probably fine. Oh, could be wrong that, whatever. Pretend that's okay. Negate the Murderous Cut. We can Nullifier the negate. Or we could negate the negate, or we could Cryptic the negate. If we negate the negate, we get to keep up Cryptic or Nullifier, so I think that's the better play. And they respond with, looks like Cryptic. Yes, Cryptic command. Counter and bounce Snapcaster. No, don't do that. Let's counter draw. Okay, that was a fun counter war. Hitting Thoughtseize, that's pretty nice. And now Nullifier is online. Seems pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize. Oh, can't Thoughtseize. Right. That's how that works. Because Leyline of Sanctity is a good card. Okay, so I can still Nullifier even through Leyline. That's good, I guess. Definitely should have remembered how Leyline works. Let's put the cards I can't use over here. Animate Creeping Tarpet, sure. I will let them tap this such that they can no longer cryptic, and then I'll attempt to downfall it. Succeeded. Ooh, colonnade. Okay, I got baited. Feels bad. Might die to manlands. Probably should not have wasted the murderous cut on the Snapcaster, but we are learning. Yeah, I'm definitely going to die to these lands. I can feel that happening. But they pass. Potentially secure the wastes. See, I can solemn and keep up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is enough for negate and nullifier. That seems reasonable. What is this? Secure the wastes for 8. I don't think so. Don't think I'm gonna let you do that. Does give them a think twice back, but that's probably less important than countering secure the wastes. Is main phase secure? Because no. Still no. Please stop. Path the nullifier, sure. And Spell Pierce. This is not fantastic. I don't think we're dead on board next turn, but we definitely are the turn after that, and I don't know if there's much we can do about it. Path the Snapcaster. That's fine, I guess. I could have Spell Shoveled that, actually, but yeah, I definitely should have Spell Shoveled that. I'm not sure that it makes a difference at this stage. And the clock keeps going. Yeah, I'll concede here. Not beating that density of manlands, unfortunately. So I need to put some removal back in. If I took any out, I don't remember. Ultimate Price still doesn't work. Consuming Vapor still doesn't work. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a great sideboard matchup for manlands. I think I just have to play more intelligently. Yeah, I think this is possibly the best we can do here. Steel Hellkite might be good to get rid of these stupid ley lines. What actually gets hit by Leyline? The 3 discard spells, and Ashiok, and Bribery, and Gonti. And that's it. Okay, I don't actually care about Leyline in retrospect. I just drew a bunch of cards that happen to be affected by it. I think this is fine. Would like to play first, but I don't know if I like this hand. No blue, can't cast anything, pretty bad. Definitely better. I think we lead Thing in the Ice, since they don't have any counter spells that will stop us from doing that. And then Inquisition and Duress in the following turn. That doesn't seem great. Bottom that. Ooh, they have their own Thoughtseize. I assume taking Thing, since I have redundancy elsewhere. Although if they have a path, potentially they don't care about it. And they took Inquisition, interesting. So that does imply path. But I'm okay with that. Opponent said, what a pile. Which I can't tell if it's an insult. But it probably is. Snapcaster's nice. Okay. Feeling a bit better about this hand situation. Let's go ahead and Duress. And this is probably a path onto the Thing. Negate. Okay. I'm okay with that. Worth noting, they are only at 12 life, having had to crack and fetch shocks back to back. They're main facing the Thing twice to find lands. Okay. That actually makes me want to Snapcaster and some sort of hand thing. Definitely Duress. So Snapcaster Duress seems like the play here. And we see Utter End, Think Twice, Esper, Charm, Cryptic. No fourth land. Interesting. I feel like it's just always Cryptic. Just like every time. Like, it's just such a backbreaking card relative to everything else. I mean, they could main phase an Esper Charm and take our hand. Which I guess is what they're gonna do. Yep. Which is fine, honestly. They use their turn for that. They go to 10. They didn't hit a land. And we got a mana leak, so everything's working out. Definitely didn't consider that mode on Esper Charm, though. I probably would have taken it if I had thought about it. But we drew a mana leak and they didn't draw a land, so I think it's all fine. You got all these cards, I don't understand. What does that mean? You can think twice, that's fine. We're very close to flipping Thing, and then that almost kills them. Yeah, like I said, this is a ported version of a 1v1 EDH control deck, which is why it's almost all one-ofs. Except for the sideboard. Yeah, they are not wrong. People have a great disdain for discard effects in the just for fun rooms. Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. Not really wrong. I would imagine that the just for fun room for Modern is a lot of people trying jank combos, and getting really mad when they try to get interacted with. But that's like the only way to deal with combos, so what's the plan there, right? Okay, they finally hit their fourth land. On turn 6, unfortunately. Thought Scour, sure, let's just do that. Puts Thing in Ice in range for flipping. So if they try to Verdict next turn, no, that's not how that works. They try to Verdict next turn, I can't mana leak it, and then all my creatures die. And they're probably holding that, given how long they were at 3 lands. Alternatively, they could just Utter End the Thing in the Ice, in which case I will win via mana leak. So I will hope that that is the case. But it is instead, looks like Verdict mana. Possibly Secure the Wastes, given how they're paying for it. No? Utter End, excellent, so that's game. Yeah, I will leak that. Feels good. Alright, that was pretty fun. I don't really think I'm going to play more of these. This was kind of a spur-of-the-moment deal, but I hope you enjoyed.